good, everybody? Oh, am I muted still?
I have muted you.
Oh, okay, good.
Hi, everyone.
What's poppin', y'all? I'm going to do a couple of sound checks here before we really get started.
Yeah. This is our first time streaming to Twitch and TikTok at the same time.
Yes, so... Oh, it's all right. It's all good.
Hi, everybody.
That sounds good. I'm checking TikTok now.
All right, cool. I checked earlier and it sounded fine, but...
Oh, we're
Oh, my
good.
gosh. Hold on.
What's going on?
Sorry, spoilers. Nothing. Everything's fine.
Oh.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Pay-Per-View. Sorry, we usually do the podcast title. Welcome to Pay-Per-View. If you're new here, this is our WWE-centric live stream where we talk about the premium live event. Used to be called a pay-per-view, but, you know.
They changed that right after I came up with the title of this one.
So we're like, we're keeping it. It's a good title.
Keeping it. I already made all the stuff. We're keeping it. Anyway, we're going to give our predictions for Money in the Bank, which is tomorrow. But some of us have therapy in the morning, and we won't be able to do this then. So we're doing it now. It's late. Where we are, it is 10:30 p.m. I'm sleepy.
And I'm John, so welcome.
And I'm Kendra. Hello.
Yeah, so...
We just finished up SmackDown. And yes, stuff happened.
Yeah, a lot happened. We had some really great tag team matches. There was a lot of tag team matches on SmackDown. And I thought SmackDown was a pretty damn solid show. I liked that we got to see... And it makes sense. We got to see these matches of people who aren't going to be on the card tomorrow, or, you know, they had higher stakes matches. We had a few we had at least one title match. But no, it was cool. I like that the tag teams got some shine tonight. Mm-hmm. That main event match was crazy.
That was good.
So I thoroughly enjoyed that. So anyway, if you're watching on TikTok, first off, thank you. And if you're feeling the spirit, go ahead and give us some likes. You can feel free to participate and ask questions, do the chat. We'll be checking periodically through both Twitch and TikTok to respond to your chats. So,
yeah, please let us know if you agree with us, if you disagree.
Yes, we would love to know your thoughts as we are giving our predictions. So please drop your predictions in the chats.
Drop your predictions in the chat. I hate that voice. You weren't doing it.
Oh, I was like, I didn't think I was doing that. Was I?
You did it a little bit. But it's okay. It's okay.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Anyway, so we have to start off. We can't not talk about the fact that the special guest host for Money in the Bank tomorrow is none other than Toronto's own.
Toronto!
Trish Stratus. Thank you, Trish.
Thank you, Trish, for taking the time.
I know she's busy.
She's busy.
And she did this for us.
She's got, like, her autograph tour she's doing.
Isn't she on, like, X Factor Canada or some shit?
I think it's
Canada's
Got Talent.
Did you hear that?
No.
It was very Midwestern.
Canada's Got Talent.
I sounded like my mother. But yeah, it's very exciting. It was kind of like in the back, I think, of everyone's mind being like, hey, wait a minute. I know someone from Toronto. But she hasn't really been around much recently. So it's a very pleasant surprise to see that she is involved in some capacity. And it does bring up interesting things for the women's Money in the Bank match, which we'll talk about later. There are definitely implications here. But we'll talk about that later. But I needed to get that clear. First of all, also, I will say I really like the Money in the Bank branding this time around. It's very 007. It's very Archer.
Yes.
I like it a lot. So it's shaping up to be a really fun night. Looking at the card, just overall, there aren't a lot of matches, obviously, because the Money in the Bank matches are going to be hearty. But I'm really excited for everything, and I think it's going to go very well.
Yeah, there seems to be, and again, it's another international crowd, even though I know it's Canada, it's our neighbors, right?
Yeah.
But the international crowds have been just
crazy.
Amazing.
Put us to shame, actually.
A little bit.
It's embarrassing.
And it's been cool because, I don't know, I just feel like there's a different type of excitement surrounding this particular Money in the Bank. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why. I think just maybe because the last few weeks have been pretty exciting in WWE, like more so than normal.
And the pay-per-views have been like pretty solid.
So, yeah, there's just a different excitement around this one. So I'm also feeling that same excitement. I'm sharing the sentiment.
Anyway, so let's just get like right into the first match we're going to talk about. As always, these are not in any particular order. I get them straight from the WWE's website, and they don't usually put them in order, so this isn't going to be the order of events, but let's start off with Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. Well, yes. Right. Sami Zayn is Canadian.
Yes. I don't know that he was born there, but
we'll fact check that at a later date.
And yes, he is, for all intents and purposes, he is Canadian.
Yes. I think he is Canadian. And I feel like this like feud with Braun Breaker has been like suddenly developed. So I think that Sami Zayn is going to retain in front of a home crowd.
I also think Sami Zayn is going to retain, but let's talk a little bit about it.
Okay.
So, Braun Breaker has been on fire since he's gotten to Monday Night Raw. And in fact, part of the story, for those who aren't following, or who just need a refresher, is that he has been denied opportunity after opportunity. So he's kind of been terrorizing everyone on Raw just to get a shot at something, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, he's got this title match coming up. And, like, I think he's not going to win the title. I think Sami's going to retain because we're still, believe it or not, even though it feels like a year ago, WrestleMania 40 was, 3 months ago?
That is pretty crazy, actually, to think about.
So I think it's a little too early for him to drop the title. Although if he dropped the title to Braun, I wouldn't be upset.
Hi, Catherine.
Hey, Catherine. If he did drop the title to Braun, I wouldn't be upset about it. But I actually think it might be because of one of the many people Braun has pissed off. Maybe like Ludwig Kaiser. I don't know.
There's a lot of room for
Sheamus
interception in this pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Like a lot more than usual. There's just a lot of beef, meat.
Meaty men slapping meat.
Exactly. So, yeah, but I don't know. I just don't feel like it's Sammy's time to drop it yet. But I've been wrong in the past, notably with Cody Rhodes.
Truly.
So, what do I know?
Yeah, but I love the dynamic of these two because they have. I mean, for the last few months, they've had this whole like Rocky Balboa thing going on with Sami Zayn. So it's like another instance of like someone who just like tears down all of his opponents, but then you have this one guy who like is constantly getting back up. So I'm super excited for this match. I think they're gonna put on a fucking banger. But yeah, I think overall I'm going Sami Zayn.
Yes, I agree, and I think it's gonna be like a pretty rough match. You know, it's so funny, guys. We went over the weekend, we went to IKEA and we got John a new chair, and his new chair has arms. And I was like, oh, this is so exciting. Now you won't have to put your arms on the table and shake the table around. Guess where his arms are at? Guess what he's doing?
Listen,
he's shaking the table around.
Old habits die hard.
Not hard enough.
I'm off the table. I'm off the table.
Good. Yes, elbows off the table. All right, I think we're in agreement there. That's very nice. If you guys think that someone else maybe interferes, is Braun Breaker going to win by some BS maneuver?
Fuckery, if you will.
Some fuckery? I don't know. Are we allowed to say that on TikTok? I don't know. Let us know in the chat, but we're moving on. We're moving on to the women's 2024 Money in the Bank ladder match. This, I think, is the match I'm most excited for of the night. And as the, those like three, what do they call it? When it's three people.
The trifecta.
In a match. Triple threat?
Sure.
When those matches were going down.
Oh, the qualifiers.
Yes, and we saw who is winning them. Very pleasantly surprised. I feel like this is like a super, super strong group. But like Catherine. With the... I feel like Naomi's like the most veteran out of all of them, at least in WWE.
Sure.
And she hasn't been back for very long. I don't know, it just feels like a super fresh group of people, and I feel like I'm not going to be watching the same matches over and over again. I'm mostly excited to see Chelsea Green in there. Hey, girl, look at you.
Cha-ching, Chelsea.
Cha-ching, Chelsea. Very excited that she is there. Hope that she wins. She probably won't, but I'm so happy to see her there. She's Canadian.
All right, so let's break down who's in this match.
I have cat hair in my mouth.
You kind of already started. So we've got Naomi. We've got Chelsea Green, Zoe Stark, Lyra Valkyria, and Io Sky. Am I missing anyone?
Tiffany Stratton. How could you?
Let me check the time real quick. It's Tiffy time.
It is Tiffy time. He can't tell time.
I can't tell time.
Hi, Chewy. I'm excited. Chelsea and Tiffany in one match. I'm ready. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I might be most excited for this match too.
It's gonna be good.
And yeah, I feel like between both the Money in the Bank matches, there were some surprise entrants.
Yeah.
Like I figured we'd see a lot of the I hate to say it like this, but like the stars. And I feel like we got a good balance of like established stars and kind of rising stars here. So like I love that I wasn't expecting Io Sky to be in the match again. I love that she is. I love Io Sky. Lyra's been on fire. Tiffany, has taken WWE by storm. Naomi, you gotta have Naomi in there. Zoe Stark was another surprise, and then of course Chelsea Green was a surprise
because they don't let Chelsea Green win anything. So I'm so happy she's there.
They don't let her do anything except be funny, and I love her. Don't get me wrong.
I love her. She's so good. She makes every match she's in just like more fun.
Right.
I'm really interesting to see how they're going to break up like some of these spots and who's going to go against who. I think we will get a Chelsea Green, Tiffany Stratton, Divas off.
Diva off.
Excuse me. I had to drink a Coke Zero to get my energy up for this one, guys. Sorry. I do think we're going to see that moment. But this could be the start of some storylines or something. We have to mention Zoe Stark is in this match.
Correct.
Zoe Stark and Trish Stratton have...
Who?
Trish Stratus. Whoa. You can see how I got confused.
We're sorry, Trish.
Sorry, Trish. They have some history, some complication.
Yes.
Do you think that will factor in?
Bounty hunting is a complicated profession. Yeah, she's going to be there. And that match... Neither of them won the match last year. Yeah. They were both in it. And yeah, we haven't seen Trish since Zoe got her leg back, right?
I think Trish is going to at least come out to be intimidating. I don't know if she's actually going to do anything because she'll have to continue to host the rest of the night.
Listen, I don't know because Trish might also want to help the hometown hero, Chelsea Green.
That's true.
Get to that green, right?
Speaking of helping friends, we saw at the end of SmackDown, well, not the end, but in SmackDown, we saw Tiffany Stratton with Nia Jax. Do you think Nia Jax will come out on behalf of Tiffany Stratton to win for her?
At this point, Nia Jax might come out to help Tiffany. Bayley might come out to help Naomi.
Exactly.
There's
all
a lot
of Damage Control can come out to help Io. There's a lot going on. And then
Becky Lynch comes out to help Lyra.
Yeah, I don't see that one happening. I think it might be too early for a Lynch
Sheamus
turn.
comes out to help Lyra.
Maybe.
I don't know. There's not a whole lot of Irish people there. But
there are actually quite a few Irish people.
Fair. Anyway, yeah. But who do you think is going to win the match?
That is such a great question. I don't know. Io Sky has this whole, she could be a 2-time in a row winner, which could be cool. I think it might either be Tiffany Stratton or Lyra Valkyria.
Interesting.
I think those are my two choices. I would love if Tiffany Stratton won.
Here's the thing: if I'm marketing the WWE, a Tiffany Stratton Barbie themed briefcase.
It's like really good.
Briefcase.
It's really good. Chelsea Green, I think, would whip out a good briefcase. Naomi's briefcase would like have lights, LEDs or something on it. Zoe Stark's briefcase would be just plain black, nothing written on it. Boring as shit. She's like, I'm here for business. I'm not here to fuck around.
I wish Kiana James was in this match.
She would have the most.
It'd be like a freaking Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it would be so good. Her walking in purse first into every match is great. I wish she was in more matches so we could see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, who do you think is gonna win?
I'm really torn.
Taekwon says Tiffany.
Oh, what's up, Taekwon?
Hi, Taekwon.
I think it's either Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, but I'm going to throw an outlier out there. I think Chelsea Green has a legit shot.
I think Chelsea Green does have more of a chance.
It's definitely the black sheep of the group.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that she's the favorite to win, but part of me thinks that she has more of a chance than, like, she didn't have a chance in the Rumble. Love her, but we wanted her to win the Rumble. Don't get us wrong.
Even just seeing her in the match, seeing her win her qualifying match, was like such a joy in itself. But yeah, I don't know. But if she were to win, that'd be like a really huge subversion of expectations.
We all thought LA Knight was winning last year.
Yeah.
We all thought it. And he was literally at the top.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I can sort of see Chelsea Green, and who's going to be the most pretentious with that fucking briefcase.
Absolutely Chelsea Green.
She would show up everywhere. She's going to show up on TNA with the fucking with the fucking briefcase. So personally I'm holding out hope for Chelsea Green. But I think the favorite to win is either Tiffany Stratton or Naomi.
Naomi, okay. Interesting. Yeah. I'd really like to change. I'd really like to change our topic because it says gaming. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault. It's TikTok's fucking fault. Okay.
Hey, we appreciate you letting us stream on.
Yes, thank you. Don't revoke our permission to stream, but do better.
But also.
All right. Next, we talked about the women's ladder match. Let's talk about the men's ladder match. So we have LA Knight, Drew McIntyre, Carmelo Hayes, Chad Gable, Jey Uso, and Andrade.
El Ídolo.
El Ídolo. I'd like to point something out that I pointed out to you. Nobody talked about it during SmackDown tonight. I don't know how. Drew McIntyre got a keratin treatment, a Brazilian blowout. Drew McIntyre got something, a deep conditioning mask. I don't know. His hair was silky and flowy. He got a silk press, and it looked good. Well, I didn't know. Like I was waiting for you to bring it up, and you just weren't. So I was like, "Have you noticed?"
Listen, you know what it is. It's a combination of things. It's those good Canadian products, maple syrup and shit, right? That he gets to put in his hair. But also, just that's a stress-free man right now.
Yeah.
CM Punk out of the way, out of the picture. Dunzo, bye, finito, right? And he's got more of the family spirit. He's rocking CM Punk's family with him everywhere he goes.
Yeah. He's healing from the inside out. We're seeing it in his beautiful hair. I just want to know, like, maybe it's also because, like, usually when I see his hair, it's wet. But, like, also, a lot of these especially male wrestlers have extremely damaged hair. You know who doesn't? Roman Reigns. He said, I put leave-in conditioner in my hair before I wet it. Thank you.
He did that for you.
And he did that for me. No, he did that because he's of color. Whoa. Yeah. Anyway, I just had to get that out there. If we're going by silkiness of hair, I'm sorry, Drew McIntyre's got all of you beat. Even Andrade, hate to say it, but he does have a little bit of bleach in his hair, and he needs a mask.
Now, this is another match. I want to bring this up before we make our predictions. This is another match where we can see there's the potential to see a lot of shit happen. So with LA Knight everything going on with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I could definitely see Logan Paul, fucking KSI, someone.
One of them.
Something happening to screw over LA Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I can see maybe fucking Nikki Cross comes and scares Chad Gable away. I don't know.
And any of the Wyatt
Legado
Six
could come out and fuck up Andre, Jesus
Who
Christ.
is that?
Andrade's chances. Carmelo Hayes. I think Carmelo Hayes is going to be bullied by all of these people.
Yeah, I think he's going to get shit on, rightfully. The Bloodline could come out for Jay or Jimmy.
I mean, I think Jimmy needs help. I think he's not going to fuck over Jay in this one. But
he might come to help.
Maybe. But maybe I could see the Bloodline maybe interfering with Jay. But I don't think we're there yet. Drew McIntyre. I don't think CM Punk's coming out. But that doesn't mean that we might not see AJ Lee make an appearance.
I'm always here for someone's wife showing up. I wanted Brandy Rhodes to show up and just punch someone in the face since Cody Rhodes came back. Every time The Miz is in the ring, I'm looking for Maurice. Where is she? She hasn't been around lately.
Well, she went through some health stuff, but...
I know, but I want to see her.
Hey, whenever you're ready.
I love Maurice. She's hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I love this idea, and he's been specifically saying, I've got your family. This is your family.
Your dumb
this is for
dog,
your family.
your wife.
Your fucking ugly dog. That dog, by the way, is ugly. Sorry. Oh. It's an ugly dog.
You can't help it.
I'm not saying he's not kind and smart and a good guy. He's ugly though.
That dog's a good guy.
That dog's a good guy, but he's hideous. So yeah, I think it is. I mean, I like that idea.
I'm just saying that I don't think it's impossible.
Does AJ Lee wrestle anywhere else right now?
No. She was on that show Heels. CM Punk was on that show too.
Acting?
Yeah.
Well?
I've never watched it.
Have any of you ever watched Heels? Let us know if CM Punk acts.
That fucking scab
acts well.
from Arrow is on that show. Stephen Amell.
Yeah.
That scab son of a bitch.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, there's a lot in the air with both of the Money in the Bank matches. But I don't know. Who do you think is going to win the men's Money in the Bank ladder match? Ooh.
I saw Taekwon said this a while ago, so I'll acknowledge it now. Taekwon says Jay Uso. Yeet. I think Jay is probably the most likely to win. But I also think maybe it's just me. I think Drew McIntyre is my second. I think Drew McIntyre has a legit shot of winning.
I think he does as well, if he's not interfered with. And I feel like the way things have been going and the way he's been running his mouth, I feel like he's gonna get interfered with by somebody.
It could go it could go one of two ways, right? Do they want to do that twice in a row? Well, yeah, twice in a row with Drew McIntyre. Or do they want to have him win one, and maybe when he attempts to cash in, then he gets interfered with? But if it can happen anytime, how would they know that, right?
Yeah.
So, and I don't know. Even if someone interferes, it doesn't mean he still can't win the match. But so I think Jay is the most likely to win. Although I'm gonna also say Drew McIntyre's up there for me too.
I'm surprised none of you are saying LA Knight.
I think he's getting his match with Logan Paul. I think he's getting a title shot with Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Maybe
It'd be crazy if Drew McIntyre won Money in the Bank, cashed in, and lost.
He fucking might.
Damn. I like the idea of Drew McIntyre. I don't think it's Carmelo Hayes. I don't think it's his time yet. Same for Andrade. I don't know about Jay. It makes sense. It does make sense when you think about it. And it could feed into so many storylines in the future. It's definitely not Chad Gable. He's in his fucking haunted era. He's in his possession era. I don't know what the hell's going on with him, but he simply cannot get a win right now. It would wreck everything.
Right. But even for Chad, if the Wyatts were to show up and try some shit with him, like, I mean, he's kind of aligned with the fucking Caesar boys, right? The Brutus and Julius or whatever.
Yeah.
The Creed brothers.
Yeah.
The Caesar boys.
Only one of them has like a name like that. Brutus, right?
Yeah, isn't the other one's not Julius?
Is it? Julius.
Someone confirm, please.
Someone please confirm, please. I don't remember.
Julian. Julius?
It might be
Orange Julius?
It might be Julius.
Anyway. But they could also... So, like, there's a lot of room. And I'm not saying that they need to, like... what are the kids saying? Overbook and, like, get all these people to make an appearance.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they have to do that.
In fact, don't, please.
But, like, I'm just saying things have the potential to get real chaotic real quick with all of these matches.
Yeah.
At least the Money in the Bank matches. So...
I think I'm going with Drew, though.
Interesting. Yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, I think... I don't know. Like, I feel like he lost the Royal Rumble. He won the title, got that taken away.
Yeah.
And then lost. He didn't make it to King of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
And then he lost his title match in Scotland because of CM Punk. So, like, I feel like he's got to get something.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, the only person that I would be upset if they won is Chad Gable, just because I think that would ruin his storyline he's got going on. The women's Money in the Bank, the only person I would be upset if they won is Zoe Stark.
Damn.
Because I have beef with Zoe Stark. I don't know what it is. I just don't like her.
But I think both of the matches are
going to
be
great.
Fucking crazy.
They're going to be great.
So, very excited.
All right, so we covered the ladder matches. Let's talk about a different match. Let's talk about... Actually... sure. Yeah, sure. The undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. And as a refresher, because I know it's a little bit confusing, the current Bloodline is Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Jacob Fatu, and Solo Sikoa. And in this match, it's Tonga Loa that's sitting out, right?
That's what the graphics make it look like.
The graphics make it seem.
So
yeah. So I think this is going to be a great match. Kevin Owens is like going through stuff right now. It's kind of...
Yeah, shout out to Kevin Owens and like prayers and to his family. Like, geez, there's some scary stuff going on with his mom. So
for him to not pull out of this match is like admirable. But yeah, I think we are, the way that the match is set up, because there's really no stakes, the Bloodline probably will win.
We the ones?
You see that? Yeah.
We the ones? You have to establish them as like
the most dominant,
like a big
force,
threat.
Yeah. They have to be up here, so when Roman Reigns comes back and he's like, everyone's getting a whooping.
Right.
It'll stick. It'll feel good.
Yeah, I think they have to make a point, and I think this is the match to do it in.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how that works. I don't know if it's Cody's taken. I would be surprised if Cody takes the pin. I would be surprised. But
Kevin might take the pin.
He might. Oh, but I don't want him to.
But maybe Randy will take it.
That fucking, the green giant Randy. That fucking Super Saiyan Randy. He can't take a pin.
But
I know it's hard.
Maybe Cody will take a pin. I feel like in my head, and the headcanon I've just come up with is that Kevin Owens was supposed to take up the pin, but he's going through a lot right now. So one of his friends steps up to take the pin for him. Maybe Cody Rhodes will take the pin.
Right. And who knows? I mean, they've had Cody lose by like passing out and being unable to continue. So like,
here's the thing about Cody Rhodes. Here's the thing about Cody Rhodes. He is his most popular, and he is his most over. Those mean the same things. And he's his most Cody Rhodes when he is losing. Oh, I peeked the mic. When he's losing and he's like, well, got to dust myself off and keep going.
Yeah.
So maybe he will take the pin and it'll be like a feeling of that again. I
think it would be, I'm just saying, I'm not saying because I dislike Cody. For all the Cody crybabies out there. I think it would be cool if he took the pin specifically from either Solo or Jacob. But I mean, Solo, if you want to establish Solo as like a real like
Roman Reigns
as like you got to give him a big win there. So either pinning any one of these guys would be like fine.
Huge. Yeah.
But I think if you want to put him over, have him pin the top guy, even if it's by like, you know,
shady shit.
It takes all the bloodline doing their fuckery to,
and that has to also be
right
part of it.
So I don't think it's impossible, but no, but I think I'm gonna agree with you. I'm thinking Bloodline takes this one.
Yeah. I think it'll be a great match. I think it'll be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a little crazy. It'll be weird not seeing Paul Heyman as he recovers.
Shout out to Paul, wherever you are.
The ICU, probably.
The NICU.
He's a little old for that one. Just a few months too old. All right.
Wait, hang on. I want to talk about the Bloodline for a second.
Okay. I love talking about the Bloodline.
Do you think, I've been thinking about this since they've hurt my boy Paul, and he's hurting, right? So we've got a tribal chief, we've got a right hand man,
we have an enforcer,
we have the infamous, sure, but we have all these members of the Bloodline. We're down a wise man. You think we're getting a wise man?
Who would be their wise man?
Rikishi? I don't know.
I thought that it's strange that we haven't seen him yet. But I don't know if he would want to be involved to such a capacity. That's a lot. Like, the wise man's always there with them. Traveling with them and backstage.
What else he got going on?
He's doing all the talking. MVP.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, shit.
I don't know if maybe that'll be their undoing. They're like, they think they're too good for a wise man. So maybe. They don't have one, but really they need one.
I don't know. I feel like, and maybe it's too soon to start thinking of that. Maybe they'll realize that they need a wise man to help them.
Isn't there another Fatu?
I'm talking wise men right now. I'm not talking other wrestlers.
I'm saying maybe that's their wise man. Some of these they can, you know, who should be their wise man. Oh my God. If they did this, I would love them. They're not going to, but I would love it.
Who?
Hold on.
Oh my God.
Hold on. I forgot her name.
Tamina?
No. No. She was gone for a long time. Now she's back. She's gay.
Sonya Deville?
Sonya Deville. Happy Pride, Sonya Deville.
Hang on. That's not a bad idea.
I know that's not a bad idea. She's trying to be other people's wise woman. She could step and be like, hey, I've noticed that you need some help. She's fucking ruthless.
Have to be specifically Samoan or anything.
Not all of them. I know, not all of them are Samoan. They're not related.
That's pretty good.
I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's that bad. WWE, if you want to take that. And you know what? I've been saying for a long time, we need some women in the bloodline. I want Naomi back in the blood.
You know who would be fucking crazy? You know who would be crazy? If their wise man, this won't happen. But who was
Trish Stratus?
Oh my god, no. Stephanie McMahon.
That would be so good. Oh my god.
If Stephanie McMahon
came out of retirement
to be the wise woman of the bloodline,
that would be so good.
Triple H, TM.
Yeah, I think mine's actually a little bit more plausible than yours.
Yeah.
But great. I would love that.
But someone who has a connection to like the family and like the legacy.
Yeah, she's been here the whole time. I've never gotten to see
a true Stephanie like promo.
I've seen her like cut promos as
like the CEO and
Stephanie McMahon. Yeah, not like
No, you haven't seen like
I've seen never live.
Yeah.
Or when she was like heel.
Yeah. That's the Stephanie I grew
That's
up with.
Stephanie
Was heel Stephanie.
So good.
Who would y'all like to see as the next wise man for the bloodline?
It's an interesting thought experiment, but I think Sonya Deville's not a bad choice.
I like it.
Anyway. Let's go on to our last match that we're going to be talking about today. The probably last match of the night. Maybe?
I assume because
it's
Drew
for marbles.
McIntyre was talking hot shit that if he wins, he's gonna leave World Heavyweight Champion. So I think this would be the main.
It would have to follow the men's. Oh,
Jesus Christ!
Sorry, guys.
Anyway,
I'm so sweepy.
We've got in the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, Damian Priest, El Campeón, against Seth freaking Rollins. And
if Damian wins, Seth can no longer challenge him
while he's champion.
If Seth wins, I wrote Drew because that's how alert I was. Damian has to leave the Judgment Day, which when they had that stipulation, I was already like, seems like a win-win for Damian Priest. Damian Priest has been distancing himself from the Judgment Day since he became champion, even a little bit before that.
Yeah.
So I do think it's too early for that to come to fruition. But I do think that he's shaping to leave or be booted out of Judgment Day sometime in the near future.
Well, let's talk about it. I personally think that tomorrow night, whether he wins or loses, I think he's being booted from the Judgment Day.
Booted immediately?
Yeah.
Immediately?
Yeah. I think he's being... Because I think... And I could be wrong. How many times have I been wrong on this?
We're frequently wrong.
So, like... I don't know, man. I feel like Judgment Day will try. They're barred from ringside. I feel like they're going to try to involve themselves in the match. Drew McIntyre's... I'm not Drew McIntyre. See, now you got me doing it. Damian Priest will get fucking pissed about it.
Yeah.
And will try to... And by the end of the night, will, like, be basically fighting them. I think they're going to attack him.
Oh.
Because my whole thing is that I think Liv and Finn have been working together to out Damian and Rhea, the Terror Twins.
I don't even know at this point. I do believe that Liv's goal is to infiltrate and break up Judgment Day. I don't even know if at this point Finn realizes what she's doing. I don't know if he wants them out of Judgment Day yet.
Yeah.
But I do think he's going to be the one to snap and like be like, okay, you're out of here.
Right.
You're out of here.
But
like an umpire.
A Damian Priest and Finn Balor feud for the title?
That'd be good.
It would feed families.
Damian Priest and fucking the Demon.
The Demon?
We haven't seen the Demon in forever.
We haven't seen him since he got 14 staples in his head mid-match.
Free the Demon. Free the Demon.
But anyway, no, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
again,
it's possible.
I may be wrong.
You always lay out these storylines, and it's like, yeah, that could happen. Like, I could see that happening. I just don't know if we're there yet. I feel like we're still kind of early into Liv's infiltration phase. I feel like things are just getting good with Dominic. But I do think all of this, speaking more about Liv and Judgment Day, the more it goes on, the like more we're seeing of it, the more intense the interactions are getting, the closer we are to Rhea Ripley coming back. Right. And quite frankly, I'm excited for that. As of this match, I don't know. I don't know if I can see him losing just yet. I don't know. Leaving the Judgment Day, it feels like such a more lasting impact than Seth just not being able to challenge Damian anymore.
Right.
Just challenge for somebody else.
I think I'm going. My vote is Damian Priest. I think Damian Priest is winning.
I agree.
But I agree in the sense that I think the real impactful shit is Damian not being in Judgment Day anymore.
Yeah.
Which is why I still think there's a chance that no matter the outcome, that by the end of the night, he will no longer be in Judgment Day.
Oh. I mean, that's what these pay-per-views are for.
That's what these tests are for. What do y'all think?
Big events with lasting impact. I don't know. Judgment Day is barred from ringside, right? Yes?
Now, I don't know that... I think it's like... I think it was that gentleman's agreement. I don't think there was ever like
they're not
any...
like barred. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But... Because I know on Raw, he was like... Listen, after Finn came out there and was like...
All right, now listen.
Damian told him, like, hey, I need y'all to, like, not get involved. Mm-hmm. But when do they ever fucking listen?
Never.
So, and I think that's what drive. And maybe it isn't they turn their back on him, but maybe he turns his back on them.
Ooh, maybe.
And like,
he's like, you know what?
Leaves.
I know I won, but fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Maybe. I don't know. There's so many possibilities.
Drama. We need the drama. Drama.
Anyway, no matter which way you slice it, whoever you're rooting for, whoever you think's gonna win, whoever you think's gonna lose, whoever thinks you're gonna show up. That wasn't a sentence or words that I just spoke.
Well, hang on. He didn't even talk about the possibility of anyone being cashed in on tomorrow night.
What if Drew McIntyre wins, cashes it on either Damian Priest or Seth Rollins, loses, cries?
That could be the case.
That would be crazy because I feel like a lot of people would be like...
That matches his WrestleMania moment, you know? Of him winning the title and then losing it.
Yeah.
So he wins the Money in the Bank, tries to cash in and fails because someone fucks him over.
That would be... I feel like we've had such long possessions of the Money in the Bank contracts that to see someone cash in day of, at least on like the men's side, I think the women cash in relatively fast. But that would be like so crazy.
Right.
It'd be so fucking crazy.
So
it'd be even crazier if you won.
True.
But I don't think they'd do that twice.
If who won? If Drew won?
If Drew won.
I could, if he cashes in, I could see him winning. Like, I think that's something that could happen.
Didn't that happen last time with, not the same thing, but like Drew won and then got cashed in on.
He got cashed in.
So it would be like,
it would just be the opposite. He would win and cash it on someone else.
Yeah. Like maybe Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
And Seth would be like, what the fuck? Right. That'd be crazy. Seth wins and then gets cashed in on, and then Drew wins.
That would be poetic justice.
And then Drew would be
finest. Like, DM hunk.
Truly. Gray hair.
He comes back looking like Paul Heyman.
Oh, God. Poor Paul.
I know. Our thoughts are with you, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
Our wise man.
Is that disrespectful now? What's Paul's sign? What's Paul's thing?
I don't know, wearing a trench coat and having a ponytail?
Yeah. I thought maybe we were getting to that.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Getting to that fall. What if he comes back and he's just in a ponytail with a trench coat?
That'd be amazing. But
it's a ghostly white ponytail.
When we hear that, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time after a few months, you know Roman's following right after.
I was gonna say, do you think when we see Paul Heyman again, is that when we see Roman Reigns again?
I think so.
Do you think we'll see Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns before August when they're at that fan event?
I don't know. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. When's the next pay-per-view?
The Bash in Berlin?
Is that next?
Let's find out.
He's Googling. If anyone knows the answer, please put it in the frickin' chat.
All right, so I think Bash in Berlin is after SummerSlam because this is Saturday, August 31st. I'm pretty sure SummerSlam is toward the beginning of the month.
Okay, so SummerSlam is next?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is where I think some crazy shit might happen.
SummerSlam might have some crazy shit, some returns and whatnot. Yeah. Well,
because I could see Rhea coming back for SummerSlam.
Yeah, I can see that too. Maybe do you think Charlotte Flair's going to come back?
Fuck if I know. She was like lifting heavy weights.
Yeah.
Like a week after her injury.
Her surgery, yeah. She's fucking crazy.
Yeah, she's insane. So I think, I don't know, man. Like there's so much that could happen. So many
possibilities.
I could see, because whoever wins the World Heavyweight Championship faces Gunther at SummerSlam.
Gunt. The
Ring General.
A Damian Priest Gunt off would be crazy.
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't love the phrase Gunt off.
Gunt battle.
Serving Gunt. Do you think he would ever put that on a shirt?
No, unfortunately. He won't, but we could.
We could.
Because no one else would fucking know what that meant. No one calls him that but us. Do you think if we brought in a Gunt sign to like a live event, they would let us in?
If it just said Gunt?
It just said Gunt.
Like those memes that are just like the green background and like that plain font and it just says like whatever they're promoting.
Sure.
But it just says Gunt.
Yeah. Do you think we'll be they'll like, hey, you actually, there are kids here, you can't have that sign. I'd be like, no, it's a G.
A sign that reads, my ring general serves Gunt.
I love Gunt. Anyway, no matter who you're rooting for, as I was saying earlier before, I was rudely interrupted by John wanting to talk about stuff that's on topic and relevant to what we were saying. No matter who you're rooting for, no matter who you think will win or lose, I think it's going to be a really great night. I've had so much fun with these past few months worth of pay-per-views. I feel like every time we're like surprised by how through and through solid they are. It's not just like this match was good and this match was good and the rest were ass. We've had like consistent, good pay-per-views.
Yeah, and I think part of that is, I know I might be in the minority here, but like, no, well, not here, but just like in general. I think part of that is because of the fewer matches we get.
Yeah, they're trimming the fat and being very thoughtful. That's what this whole Paul Levesque era has felt. Intentional and thoughtful.
And what's cool is that at least on those weeks, more often than not, like if there's the week of the pay-per-view or premium live event, Raw and SmackDown, because they have to have those like title shots and other matches that, you know, kind of fill in, like we get to see stuff that we don't normally see.
People we don't normally see
and title matches, you know, that are still happening. Even though so like I would have loved if, you know, I'm always going to vouch for Bayley, want to see her on the card more.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that she wasn't just like a throwaway this entire week.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad she actually got a match. So, anyway, all that to say, I agree. I'm very excited for this one. Money in the Bank is always fun because I don't know, like it just adds such like a, like you never know what's going to happen. A little bit of mystery.
Yeah.
Moving forward. Because sometimes you get the Liv Morgans of the world who cash in the same night and you either have a good run or you don't, right? But then you have the Seth Rollins and the Damian Priest of the world who wait and cash in at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, and it can happen anytime. So, I'm very excited to see where it all goes. Because, again, we could see some crazy shit happen tomorrow. Someone can cash in on freaking Gunter if he wins at SummerSlam.
Yeah. I don't know why you would. I guess a weakened Gunt.
I don't know. I still
the
think
only Gunt you can fucking beat.
Maybe, but if it's Drew.
That'd be a great match.
Drew Big McIntyre.
Oh my God. You can't just say stuff. He can hear you and he
is chronically online.
Yeah. He's
Did you see he had a TikTok a week ago after he brutally assaulted CM Punk?
Him and his wife, like in their backyard.
No, that was fucking funny. No, he had a TikTok he made. He was like on an elliptical. And he dropped like a Final Boss Rock style promo.
On the
cussing
elliptical?
Up a storm. Yeah. Just cussing up a storm, talking shit about CM Punk. And I'm like, this is my favorite rivalry right now. And they've never even had a match together.
That's fucking crazy.
Only the Royal Rumble.
That is crazy.
And they have one of the best beefs right now going on.
Good for them. Because it can't be easy.
No.
But, yeah. And we'll see how that plays in tomorrow.
I've loved it.
I need to go to bed.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, now I'm hoping, one last thing I want to say before we go. I am hoping for a triumphant Trish return following Money in the Bank.
Would love that.
I want to see her go up against Zoe. I want to see her in some other first-time matches. Put her in a Hell in the Cell match, right? Yeah. She had
There's
her cage
so much
match.
stuff that she didn't get to do.
She had a ladder match. Put her in a War Games match. Like, I want to see Trish
checking off
all
everything that she missed.
Because I was thinking about this earlier after we found out she was going to be hosting. Trish had one of the best years of her career last year with her comeback. It still frustrates me that not enough people besides us had her and Becky Lynch's cage match in talks for like one of the matches of the year.
It was a great match.
Like, she proved that she can do. Has always been capable of so much, and I just feel like in the last year she had such a great year. So I would love to see her continue that momentum as much as she wants to, because I know she like retired and came back, and so like, but selfishly, I'm like, she had such an awesome year. I want her to keep doing more, but we'll see.
Me too. I feel like we have to bring it up. I'm sorry. I know we were wrapping up. Do you think there's any credibility to the rumor theory that people have going around that if Chelsea Green wins the Money in the Bank, she will cash in on the currently vacant Divas Championship and become the first Divas champion in however many years?
No.
Personally, I would love that to be true so I can finally get a fucking Divas belt.
You can get one.
I didn't watch any of the stuff. I'd be a poser.
No, you wouldn't. You'd be fine. You'd be fine. I mean, I guess never say never.
It would be so fucking big brained. It would be so smart of her to do that.
It would be a very Chelsea Green move to do, to be like, no one said I can't do this, so I'm going to cash in on this fucking title that no one's had in 10 years. I think it'd be fucking funny.
It would be funny.
I don't know. It would add another title to the women's card.
And they sorely need it.
Right. They really do on the main roster. They really do. But I think they've worked so hard to get away from that. The Divas thing.
Yeah.
That's a very
maybe they can bring it
shall
back.
Not be named thing.
Maybe they can bring it back, but rename it to something a little better.
Right. So, I mean, does it have to, like, can you just bring back a title and then have them rebrand it? Like, can you do that?
You probably could. I could see Triple H being like, all right, now listen.
All right, now listen.
You did this. Technically, it wasn't against the rules. We'll let you keep it. But we do want to bring it into modern times.
Right. So maybe it's like a women's IC championship.
Exactly.
Which would be, I would love that.
Please, if you're not going to keep the, what is it, butterfly?
Right.
Please put a little, like, pink in it. Purple. Maybe. Please! Oh, it needs to match my wall. I got pinks, I got purples. I've got Dinjarin. Take your pick.
But
Anyway.
no, but I don't think she's going to cash in on a vacant title. That's a very R-Truth move.
And what's wrong with that?
And nothing.
Nothing.
But
I don't know.
is it
say never.
impossible? No.
I would love if that happened.
It's wrestling, baby. Anything's possible.
Anyway, guys, I have to get the fuck to bed. I'm so tired.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another edition of Pre-Per-View. If you haven't already, please give us a follow, whether it's on TikTok or on Twitch. That way you can be notified of any time we go live. We usually do these pre-previews for every premium live event. Now, we did miss the last one because we were on a little bit of a trip. But
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about that one. But we'll be back for the next one, which I think is SummerSlam.
God, that's crazy.
So the year's we're halfway through the year, baby.
Bye.
So thank y'all for joining. Follow us on all the socials, and you can also catch all of our streams and podcast episodes on our YouTube channel, which is, again, at Perez Periódico. Our podcast Ringside is also on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you find your podcast, except Apple Music. Not on there yet, but we're working on it.
We talk about all sorts of things, not just wrestling.
Yeah.
We primarily talk about wrestling.
We do talk a lot about wrestling, so if you enjoy the wrestling content, come on through. But we also talk about, whatever movies, TV shows, or just kind of, when I say current events, I mean in the world of what we've been talking about.
In a fun way. Fun current events.
The fun pop culture events, right?
Also, we sometimes stream from Disney World, which seems so random compared to what we're doing right now. But we do sometimes stream on TikTok at Disney World. So if you like Disney streams,
if you want to feel a little bit of that Disney magic.
You want to feel a little bit of that Disney magic.
And who knows, maybe you'll see one real soon.
Maybe someone.
You never know. You just never do. You never know.
What is it that Mickey says? See you real soon.
Yep, that's the one.
Anyway.
We're going to go get to bed now because we tired.
I'm going to eat an ice cream sandwich. I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm going to go to bed.
In that order?
In that order. I love it.
All right. Thank y'all again, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.